Project Mercury, 1958 to 1963. Project Mercury was named after a Greek god who was very fast. The goal of Project Mercury was to put man into Earth's orbit and return them safely. Project Mercury was the first manned spaceflight program for the United States. The Mercury 7 were 7 original American astronauts who all flew on all classes of NASA manned orbital spacecrafts of the 20th century. The names of the astronauts were Scott Carpenter, Gordon Cooper, John Glenn, Gus Grissom, Wally Schirra, Dake Slayton, Alan Shepard. To pick the Mercury 7, the men had to be average in build, college educated in engineering, have excellent health, and have experience in flying advanced aircrafts. The first 2 of the 6 flights, they used Redstone rockets. The 4 manned flights that orbited Earth were Atlas rockets. Each astronaut named their rocket ships. The names of each was Freedom 7, which was a Redstone rocket, flew by Alan Shepard. Flight 2 was the Liberty Bell, which was also a Redstone rocket, flew by Gus Grissom. Flight 3 was Friendship rocket, which was an Atlas rocket, flew by John Glenn. Flight 4 was Aurora, which was an Atlas rocket, flew by Scott Carpenter. Flight 5 was Sigma, which was an Atlas rocket, flew by Wally Schirra. Flight 6 was Faith, which was an Atlas rocket, flew by Gordon Cooper. Flight 7 was Little Joe, which was an Atlas rocket, flew by Dake Slayton. The cost of Project Mercury was $277 million back in 1963, which translates to $1.6 billion in today's economy. The first Atlas rocket ever launched exploded. The first Redstone rocket launched only made it about 4 inches off the ground. By launching these rockets, it helped NASA design a rocket safe for human flight. Before they would put humans in rockets, they used monkeys. One chimpanzee named Ham made it 2 orbits around Earth and returned safely. By doing this, it showed NASA it was safe to put humans in the rockets. The first 2 flights were only in space for about 15 minutes and 30 seconds. The third and fourth flight were both in orbit for about 4 hours and 56 minutes. Flight 5 was in orbit for about 9 hours and 13 minutes. Flight 6 was in orbit for 34 hours and 19 minutes. The rockets had 1 capsule with room for 1 astronaut. The astronaut stayed in his seat the whole flight. The rockets were designed as missiles for the United States military. Project Mercury helped investigate man's ability to function in space and showed we can successfully send man to space and recover both man and spacecraft safely.